Are you a basketball coach or trainer looking to connect with new clients? UTrain is here to help you manage your business and reach a wider audience. Best of all, it's completely free to use. Simply download the app, create a new profile, post pins, and start attracting clients. You can set your own rates and schedule and use UTrain to communicate with clients and manage appointments. UTrain offers a range of tools to help you grow your business, including marketing resources such as automated notifications for every new pin and session editing management tools. So why wait? Join UTrain on the App Store and start reaching new clients for free. And that's UTrain, UTRAIN. UTrain, UTRAIN. Download the UTrain app on the App Store today to start reaching new clients. All right, cool. What's going on, people? We right down here back at the Collector for another episode of Through the Hoop podcast. I got a special guest today, man. My brother Prince, David Prince. He's in the building. He in here from Cali, man. Long way away. Let's give him a round of applause.
Park the rental in the garage, find me a ton, praying for change, in the kitchen bagging it up. She hitting the blade, I'm picking it up.
This is my brother right here, David Prince, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm back in the city, man. What's up? How you feeling?
Yeah, man. You know I'm feeling real good. I done took like a month off, so I'm happy to be back, man. I'm happy to be back in my mode, in my element.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Home, man. I'm home.
For sure. I appreciate you taking out the time to come down here and kick it with me too down here, man.
Appreciate you for having me on, bro.
No doubt. So let's get into it, man. So like I said, for those of y'all who don't know David Prince, man, this is David Prince. He from Roanoke, Virginia. He represented Roanoke well. He was an athlete, ran track, played football, was the quarterback at Patrick Henry, star quarterback.
Excuse me. Don't leave out basketball though.
Oh my God. He played a little bit. He played freshman basketball.
I did. I'm playing.
Nah, but just man, he done won plenty of championships, man, at the high school level, broke records at the high school level, middle school level, shoot, you name it. You know what I mean? This guy was as fast as I don't know what. Once he hit that sideline, everybody already knew it's a touchdown. You're not catching him. But David Prince.
My guy.
My God. So man, let's get into this thing, man. And for my viewers, I'm switching it up a little bit this week. I don't want it to be like interviewee. So I wanted to be more so. Of course, I'm gonna ask my guests questions and let my guests give you some rundown on who they are. But I want it also to be. I want us to flow. I want us to just be having conversation. I don't want it to be like I'm just interviewing them. All right. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna for the first 10 or 15 minutes or so, we're gonna let bro explain who he is and what he got going on. And then we'll just bounce off some conversations and we'll go from there. But so my first question is, David, how was it playing at PH back when you played, man? You know, 2013, 2012, 2013, 2011, all them years. Like, how was it, man? How was it?
Man, it was different. It was good. It was a great experience. Growing up in the city, you know my family, you know my background, heavy ties to Fleming,
Mhm.
right? So growing up, 5, 6 years old, I'm at Victory Stadium and all the Fleming games watching DeRay and Marwan go crazy.
Mhm.
You know,
That's I don't mean to cut you off, but that's crazy. I just heard about Marwan last week. I never heard of him.
legend.
I know. I just heard. I never
Legend.
heard of him.
Yes.
I never heard of him until last weekend when Miles was telling me about him, man, how much of a legend he was. I had never heard of him.
No,
Never knew him.
He was nice, man. Growing up, looking up to him, DeRay at Fleming, and they ran track too. So for me, it was like they were my role models. You know, I wanted to be like those guys as far as athletically when I grew up. But you know, we moved everywhere. You know, moved across town, and my mom told me, I was playing for Northwest, and she said, I'm not driving you over to Wilmont every day anymore. Either you're going to play for the Heights Club or not play at all. I said, I'm not playing at all. So I sat out.
Yeah, I'm not playing for the Heights Club.
I'm not playing for the Heights Club.
Sorry, no disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect at all. Because those, we all grew up and those were my
for
people,
sure, for sure.
But
for sure.
I sat out for 2 years, went to PH, and I played JV my 8th grade year. And then 9th grade, I played JV as well, but I got moved up. And then from there, everything was great, man. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere. I was PH, PH or die, if you want to say it for real. You know, like you know how it is. You
Facts.
know, loving it over there. But the experiences were great. You know, football. We were the first team to have a winning season at PH in 10 years. First team to go to the playoffs in 12 years. It was a lot. You know, we did a lot. But I love my experience over there at PH, man. You know, not just athletically but socially as well. You know, PH has a very diverse student body.
Yeah, it's
Right.
very, and that's what I tell people. That's what I love about it. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like it can help you and prepare you for the world. You know what I mean?
100%. You know, you go into school with the poorest people in the city and the richest people in the city, and we all get along. We all on the same
Mhm.
teams.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
and you learn a lot socially through that.
Mhm.
So I think it prepared me in a lot of ways that, you know, I didn't see at the time. But
Mhm.
as I got older, I went to school and everything. I think it prepared me for a lot.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because like you said, you got the rich South Roanoke coming. You got
Mhm.
Northwest coming, Southwest coming. You got a little mixture of everything. So you got to be able to adapt.
But it's all the city.
It's all the city. Yeah, look, hell, we gonna get into the city in here
Okay.
in a little bit, man. But we ain't gonna go into it too far. But so how was your recruitment in high school? Like when did your recruitment take off? At what year, what moment did you realize like, all right, yeah, I'm that dude?
So you know, honestly, bro, I never grew up wanting to, like, I never had dreams of like playing in the NFL, things like
Mm-hmm.
that, you know. Um it really kicked off when I was I want to say 10th grade, and I was just running away from people, bro. Like, don't you know, like,
Yeah, yeah,
don't,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out. I'm
I'm
breaking,
gone.
you
Yeah.
know?
I ain't trying to get hit.
Yeah, like, not at all. And I did get hit a couple times. Shout
Mhm.
out to Big Sadell. He caught me on a crazy one, but I had a 7-yard touchdown. You know, we ain't gonna talk about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's really where it came from, man. The recruitment process was great for me. Virginia Tech came first,
Mhm.
and anybody that's gotten like Division I offers knows how this works. It's like you get one offer, and the next school is right after them. The next school is right after them, because you got to think about the schools; they're all competing against each other as
Mhm.
well. So
Mhm. Like
let's
a
say
domino effect.
it's a domino effect. So if one school offers you and they in the same state, that, you know, their rival's going to offer you too, because they need to know what's going on. You know, so
Mhm.
they're reading the message boards, they're reading all that stuff too. Like, hey, what's going on with this guy? Who
Mhm.
is he? You know. Um, so you know, I really narrowed it down to Tech and UVA. Um, let's backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so growing up, I wanted to go to HBCU,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Um, I'm the first person in my family not to go to HBCU. Growing up,
Mhm.
going to homecomings, football games, basketball
That
games
atmosphere ain't nothing
is
like it,
different, and
man.
that's the only thing I
Ain't
knew.
nothing like it.
I didn't go up going to a Tech game. My first Tech game was my sophomore year, and they called me to come up there and, you know, go to the game.
Mhm.
Before then, before I was 16, every game I ever went to was at a HBCU. You
Mhm.
know, so I always thought I was going there, but when these big colleges come offering you full scholarships, it's nothing to talk about. You
Mhm.
know, and I
You're
do
right.
think that that's a bigger conversation,
Yeah, we're
right?
gonna get into that a little later
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I don't want to touch
Okay,
on it too much, but we're gonna get into that too.
okay.
We're gonna get into it. But so like you said, Virginia Tech and UVA, that's what stuck out to you the most. But like I said earlier in the beginning, man, I'll never forget coming to lunch one time. You had like 30 letters, bro. Like I forgot, I think it was Coach Field or somebody just dumped off like
Shout out to
y-
Coach Phillip too.
yeah, shout out to Coach Fielder, but he came and dumped out like your box of letters that you got that day or that week or whatever the case may be. And I'll never forget. I vividly remember North Carolina being on the table. And I just, for some reason, I don't know. I thought you was gonna go to North Carolina for some reason. For whatever reason, I don't know why, bro. But I thought you was going to North Carolina. So when you made your decision, I mean, I wasn't shocked, but it was kind of like, oh snap! I thought he was gonna go somewhere
Yeah,
else. So can you touch on like what made you make that decision to ultimately choose Virginia Tech, stay close to home, and you know what I mean?
for sure.
What drove you, or what inspired you, or made you make that decision to choose Tech?
Yeah, so I committed early. I committed my junior year, like early junior year, like September junior year. I knew where I was going to school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I took two officials, and I went to Tech and I went to UVA. I wanted to stay in state, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to UVA, and this is, look, you know, I don't want people, the UVA guys, to think that I'm like throwing saw. I'm just telling the truth, right?
Yeah.
I went to the UVA game, and they were eating wine and cheese. You know, drinking wine, eating cheese, right? Everybody got polos on, khakis, Sperry's. It's like, and that's cool because we used to wear that too, you know. But it's
Yeah.
like,
But it's like you at
at
the Hidden Valley Club or something.
100%.
Yeah.
I go to Tech, and everybody, you know, it was kind of like the coaches trying to introduce me to just regular people on campus, not anybody in the
Mhm.
athletic department. It was like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's kind of snobby, nose up in
Yeah.
there. I went to Tech, complete opposite. I fell in love. I loved it. And I don't take anything back from that, man. I'm a Hokie to the death of me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go Hokies.
Go Hokies for sure. So what you think the difference is now in recruitment and back then? Like, cause back then, let's be real. I'm gonna speak on it. People weren't getting recruited as much as they're getting recruited nowadays. Nowadays, these hot like PH got 4 or 5 Division I commits this year alone. And yeah, we're gonna clap it up for that because that's great. They
That's
straight from
big.
they straight from the note. You know
Yep,
what I mean?
100%.
But they got 4 or 5 D1 commits this year alone. And let's not even speak on the young boys they got coming up behind them that's getting. I'm
Mhm.
talking about. I ain't talking about no little like mid-major.
Yeah,
I ain't even
yeah.
talking about ACC.
Yeah.
I'm talking about SEC, big boy football, big boy. Like it's getting real, man. So can you
I
speak
love
on like what do you think the difference is? Because I'm gonna be honest, and it's no knock or no shade to nobody. I don't see the talent being that much of a difference.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just the social media and the more access to certain things,
Yeah.
I should say, or more knowledge also to certain things from parents and from students and things like that. So I don't know, but I'm just curious on what you think the difference is in recruitment now versus then.
I think it's a couple things. Me and Don, shout out to Don behind the camera. We was actually talking about this earlier. I think that social media plays a part in it, right? But I really think one of the main things is having great athletes in the area. But we've always had great athletes in Roanoke.
Always. That's what I'm
It's
saying. I
it,
don't see too many people
it's
nowadays
not.
that's like
It's
just
not. A lot of the times it was grades, right? I
yeah.
think most of the times it was grades, right? Because the coaches came in, but it was grades.
Yeah, you
But
right about that.
but the coaches only had a couple people to choose from. Okay, so let's say a coach from, I don't know, let's name some random school. Name a school.
George Mason.
George Mason. But nah, we ain't gonna say George Mason. Don't knock George Mason.
Wake Forest.
Okay, so a coach from Wake Forest comes to Roanoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
He might only go see 1 or 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
And then he's going to the 757, he's going to the 804, and he's going to 703. He's going to Northern Virginia, Richmond, and the beach, right? He don't got no reason to be here except for 1 or 2 kids. But the way that, these kids are making those coaches go to these schools and look at them now. They are balling. And I think the coaches have, you got to give some props to the coaches as well. But all it really takes is for 1 or 2 athletes from your area to really get the recognition and get people, coaches to the area to see what's really going on. And I feel like that's really happened, man. I think the floodgates about to open. And I think with the rec that they have going on now, not the rec, but AAU football, right?
Yeah, that's
they
big
doing
time.
a great job, man.
Big
we didn't
time.
have that, and you got to think these kids are traveling.
So they seeing the competition.
They seeing the
competition that's not just in your city.
We didn't have
but
that.
outside of your city.
100%. So now you got people in Lynchburg, in Northern Virginia, different states,
North Carolina,
knowing who these 9, 10-year-olds are, bro.
Yeah, man.
We didn't have that. They only knew us in the city.
Yeah.
If you were good in the city, that's how they knew you. But now, with that program, and then with just the influx of athletes, man, I think that there's like a span of, let's say, 15 years where a school will get a spurt of athletes or smaller city like Christiansburg, for example. They had that influx of athletes probably 10, 15 years ago with Mott, Zach Snell, all of them.
Ain't had it since.
Haven't had it since. They do for it though.
Yeah,
right?
They do. They definitely do.
They're due, but
it's a lot of schools that people don't realize, like even the Pulaski's, the Franklin County back in the day.
Yeah. They
legit. Legit. I'm talking about hooping wise too. Back like legit.
Yeah.
Pulaski was legit at like early 2000s, years like that people 100%. Don't even realize and don't understand. Like,
but those smaller schools like that, or let's say smaller areas, you know what I'm saying? They have spurts like that. But the city, man, we always had it.
Yeah,
we always had it. I think it's just like a lot of distractions, grades, and I'm not using that as an excuse.
Yeah, fact.
Right, but
it's also the mentality around here. Like I'm gonna just and we're gonna go off a little bit, but it's okay because we in here and this is what we doing. We conversating. But I also think it's the parents around here. Like, and I'm not knocking parents or our parents or anything like that, but like our parents didn't understand certain things or what it took to get to where we were trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, I feel like these kids' parents and like we're the parents, or maybe a little older, they got more access and understanding on what it takes to get to where they want their kid to go or where their kid wants to go. It's basically what I'm saying is if I want my kid to go Division 1, I can easily look online and see what it takes to go Division 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or talk to people or get in or Google certain videos to watch, listen to podcasts, do all these. I got all these different outlets and influx of information, like you say. I got all of that.
Right.
So I got all this access to this information. So it's a little easy, not easier, but it's a little it makes more sense for me to go ahead and do my research because I got access to this information. So then I can execute, I can go ahead and put together a plan and then we can execute it.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta adapt with the times.
You're
So
right.
like those parents
Right.
are smart, right? It's like back in our day, you couldn't do that. You know,
No.
a parent couldn't have access to a coach. You're not getting a coach's email. You're not getting a coach's phone number. If you do, you're not getting a phone call back or anything.
Sorry, but it's not a such thing as viral back when we was playing.
No,
You're not.
we was talking about that earlier, right?
Yeah,
it's like now every kid got a highlight tape, like but not just like a huddle highlight tape. It's like a
you'll
like
see
a-
two. You'll see two made. Now you'll see 2 made layups, 1 free throw, and 1 deflection out of bounds, and the rest of it is slow mo in the
100%.
crowd and angles and all that. You know what I
But-
mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But check and listen, and I'm not saying by no means that the talent is better today than what it was when we were in school. However, what I will say is, let's say you going on the road tomorrow, right? Where you taking the boys?
Greensboro.
Okay, you going to AU tournament, right?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all go down there. What age?
15.
15. Okay, so some 15-year-olds go to Greensboro, ball out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got people from all over, this region going to that game. Not just Roanoke. I'm saying Maryland, North Carolina,
Yeah.
South Carolina, Tennessee.
From the whole
right?
East Coast.
Right.
Everybody from the East Coast coming.
Right.
Pulling up.
A kid goes there, balls out. Let's say he leaves the tournament 25 a game. Right. Everybody, all the other kids, coaches, they going on Instagram looking at this kid. Guess what? He got his own, not a huddle. He got a personal highlight tape on his Instagram. Now, guess what? Overnight, he could blow up.
Blow up.
It's crazy.
Blow up. And like you say, he can get in that algorithm and take off.
And go off.
And
That's
go
what I'm saying.
off.
It's different. It's different times.
You say life changed overnight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's different times for the parents. They got more access nowadays to information.
Yeah.
And also for the kids, they got more access to get themselves out there.
Yeah.
Like you say, your life could change literally overnight.
Yeah.
You could go to sleep. You could post a video, go to sleep, but when you went to sleep, it only had 50 views, 100 views. You
Right.
wake up, it got 1.3 million or something crazy.
And that's crazy because with us, it had to be organic.
It had to be organic.
It's like people know who you like. If somebody knew you, it's like they word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was word of mouth. It's like, oh yeah, I know you. I heard of you.
Yes. See, nowadays it's saturated. Everything is watered down. I spoke on that on my last show. Like everything in life to me is watered down now. Not just not just sports, education. I work in education. I know education watered down. Sports watered down. Working, job, everything is watered down. Even to the point where you got to think when we was playing, it was 1A, 2A, 3A. It's 6A now in Virginia. It's 6 state champions. 6. When we was playing, it was 3. Yeah. It was tough. You know what I mean? It was hard. Now it's 6. Everybody got to be a winner. You know what I mean? Everybody got to be a winner. That's the mentality that I think that they done got to, and they got to get away from. But it's all good. We got off topic a little bit, but we're gonna bring this thing back into it, man. So you get to tell. I mean, you commit to Tech. You of course you have a great high school career. I was at almost every game. You broke almost every game. Hit that sideline. Everybody knew once you hit that sideline, he gone. Ain't no catching him. Ain't no touching him. Once he hit the sideline, y'all might as well get ready for kickoff. Special teams, get ready because it's a touchdown. All right, but just like I know when I went to the next level, just like when you go to the next level, hey, everybody was that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets tough.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so can you speak on just how it was football at Tech, the adversity you experienced there, and ultimately what it taught you when you was at Tech?
Yeah. So going back to what I said earlier, I never dreamed of playing in the league. The day I got to Tech, I'm meeting everybody I came in with, And a lot of the guys I'm meeting, you know, my classmates, right? These
Mhm.
turn out to be some of my best friends to this day. Like some guys really told me, like, yeah, bro, I'm 3 and out. You know, like they not playing. I'm 3 and out. Other
Yeah.
guys are like, you know, yeah, I'm going to the league. You know,
Mhm.
I had no, you know, I just like I knew I was getting an education. That's what I was there for. I was getting my
Mhm.
education paid for.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't think about
You
going.
weren't even thinking like how they was
Not
thinking
at
for
all.
real.
I was just
Yeah.
athletically gifted. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whereas other
Mhm.
people, it's like they're there for a purpose. Like,
Mhm.
you know, so I knew the type of people I was dealing with off rip when I got there. But you know, football was fun. It was good. You know, it's a lot of things people don't talk about on the college level that you run into, especially
Mhm.
in the Division I level. You know, that I think a lot of things have changed, right? With the portal now, where you can transfer and play right away, right?
Portal crazy.
It's wild. It's
But
honestly like a game changer. You know,
yeah,
you
it
could say,
is.
Coach, I'm out and go to another school and start or you know start playing today. You don't got to.
And it's also speaking on the portal, it's also a another side of that people don't understand. And I just seen my boy TP speaking on this the other day on Instagram. Shout out to my boy TP, Trevor Parks. He a dog. But I'm gonna get him on the show too one day. That's another topic. But he just spoke on this, bro. Like it's 2,000 people in the portal.
Mhm.
And he was basically saying, like, I hope 1,000 of you have a plan.
Yeah.
Because if you hitting that portal, because let's be real, you know, just like I know, it's a lot of kids that's hitting that portal just because, oh, coach one, he don't let me play my game.
Mhm.
Or he don't know what he doing. Or he ain't playing me enough. Or I don't like this. Or I'm, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. You don't even have a real like reason to leave. So you leaving with no plan.
Right.
And that's basically what he was touching on. If you're hitting the portal with no plan, you're hurting yourself.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because if you don't have anywhere to go or nobody talking to you, and guess where you're gonna be, buddy?
Yeah.
At the YMCA in your hometown.
But it's so crazy how things change with the portal, the NIL money, and how that factors into the type of recruits that you get. Right? Like it's like the entire game has changed and it always evolves.
Mhm.
So it's like old heads now, they can't even relate
At all.
to us and what we went through. But
Mhm.
it's getting to the point where we can't even relate to what the kids now are going through because
I see it daily.
you know what I'm saying? It's
See
like
it daily.
the game, everything it evolves.
Not just with NIL, social media.
Yeah. So
It
social
wasn't
media,
as big as it is now when we
it
were coming up.
runs. It
So
runs it.
certain things I don't understand. I don't understand y'all having the TikTok dance every 5 seconds.
Mhm.
I don't get. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna understand y'all
Mhm.
having fun and all of that. I get it. I do.
Yeah.
But it's just certain way, you know what I mean? Certain thing. I don't understand posting a highlight tape after every game.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about when I was playing, I wasn't even thinking about a highlight tape until the end of the season. And I definitely wasn't doing it myself.
I
My
1,000,000%.
coaches or somebody else was
Shout out
doing
to
it.
Coach Filler, Lil Filler too. I didn't even know that like I had a highlight tape.
That's
He
what
had
I'm
told me.
saying.
He said, "Yeah, I just made you a highlight tape. I put it on YouTube and I sent it to this school, this school, this school, this school. You know, he named like 50 schools." And I'm like, "Oh wow, thank you. I didn't know. You know,
Not even thinking about it. That same way I was. Shout out to Coach
I didn't
Cole,
even know
Coach
that. Those,
Phil.
yeah, like I thought that you had to be a Tavon Austin to get a
Yeah.
highlight tape because that's the only
Bro.
way that you got them back then.
That's the only way you got
That's
them.
the only way
We
you
on
got a
YouTube
highlight
watching
tape.
Ball is Life. I'm seeing Quincy Miller. You know what I mean? People
Brandon
like that.
Jennings.
Brandon Jennings. People like that. Ryan Harrow. I'm seeing them type guys. And I'm like, JT Terrell.
Yeah,
Like I'm thinking
yeah.
you gotta be on like league to have a highlight tape. Like
Right,
you say, we not
right.
even looking the average person or the regular person, you're not even really thinking about a highlight tape.
Right.
Now it's all about likes.
Mhm.
It's all about the image.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? The authenticity
Mhm.
of a lot of things is gone nowadays. And I speak on that a lot on this show. You know what I mean? Like the authenticity nowadays with everything is just gone.
Yeah. No,
You know what I
it is
mean?
100%. And that's why I really do like encourage kids when they do get to school, like get into something. Even if you are in the sports, even it might not even be what you want to do, but do something. Even
Mhm.
you know, you can play a sport and still have an internship,
Mhm.
right? You could play a sport and do community service at this place, that place. I was playing football, I ran track, and I had an internship when I was at Tech. And I will say, like, I do think that helped me out a lot, and sprung me forward a little bit.
Mhm.
Just staying busy, staying out of trouble. You
Mhm.
know, And that's something I do want to tell the kids. And you have a voice with the kids because you coach.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily coach, so I can't really talk to kids. I give the game to my little brother, little
Mhm.
homies that I have. But
Mhm.
I tell kids to make sure that you into something, you stay busy, and get away from sports a little bit if you can.
Mhm.
You can still work in sports and still do your
Yeah.
thing,
But
because
you're right. Get away from it because, like I tell them, the ball gonna stop bouncing. You playing football, you gonna stop running the football one day. It's gonna
Mhm.
stop bouncing for you one day. You playing soccer, you gonna stop kicking it one day. You playing baseball, you gonna stop throwing it one. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's gonna stop
And it's
one
natural.
day.
Like you can be a natural networker. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
You never know. Like the communications person that runs the highlight videos at your college or something, right?
Mhm.
It's like, befriend them,
Yeah.
get up under their wing, see what they do. See if if you have 2 extra hours a day, maybe one day a week, go shadow
Mhm.
them. See, because you never know where they're gonna be 5 years from now,
Yep.
10 years from now,
Yep.
right? That might just be the field that you dive into, and they're like, hey, come on, you did some work, you did good for me, come on,
Mhm.
you know.
And use them same things that you were taught in sports outside of sports.
100%.
Communication,
Yep.
being on time, discipline, sacrifice, all of that. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta use what you learn in sports.
Yep.
Also, when you're done with sports, you gotta use it in that light. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I think that's why sports is such a beautiful thing
Mm-hmm.
because it
It's
teaches
life
us the
lessons,
game
life
of life.
lessons.
Yeah, you know
and
what I
and
mean?
and a lot of these lessons you'll take with you forever, forever,
Forever.
forever. One thing happened to me when I was in college. I was a freshman. We had 6 a.m. workouts, and I think my phone went off at like 6:05. You got to be in the field house at 6,
At 6, yeah. Ready.
right?
Already stretched.
Man,
Ready.
I run up in there. Man, I was throwing up left and right. Man, they did me dirty. But guess what? Not just in college, but to this day, I'm everywhere 10, 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes early.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere. I'm very punctual. And that
If
taught me a lesson, right?
Yeah, because
And
if
I'm
you
very
early, you on time. If you on
yeah.
time, you late.
Yep. 100%.
You know
100%,
what I
bro.
mean? So
Yeah. I'm everywhere early. I'm a very punctual person.
speaking on that, you getting up at 6 a.m., being late, throwing up, all of that. Can you just speak on how hard it is to play college sports, man? Like, because I
Yeah.
I really don't think people quite understand, not just kids, but like people, period. I don't think they really understand like how hard it is
Yeah.
to be a college athlete. I don't care if D1, D2, D3, to be a college athlete, but definitely D1
Yeah.
to be
No.
a college
To
athlete.
be
Like,
a
let's be
college,
real.
yeah, no, to be a college athlete in itself is a major accomplishment. D3, NAIA,
Mm-hmm.
D2,
Mm-hmm.
D1, like it's tough, man. Like the commitment that it takes is it's a
The
lot, man.
sacrifice,
It's
man. The
sacrifice and it's
sacrifice is
draining.
crazy.
But that goes back to what we just talked about before, like the life lessons it teaches you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think a lot of kids are ready for that. That like a lot of kids just have talent,
Mm-hmm.
right? They don't put in the hard work. It's
Mm-hmm.
very rare that you see a lot of kids put in hard work, especially from around here.
For sure.
You don't see a lot because a lot of kids are content with being the best in the city.
Mm-hmm.
But
In
bro,
their area, in their little area,
in
in
the
their little
area,
box.
but it's
Yeah.
like you are nothing compared to what these kids are out here. You could be,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't even work because you don't got nobody pushing you.
Mm-hmm.
You're
You
not
entitled. You spoil
you
you.
entitled, you
You
spoiled.
want to tell the coach how to coach when you don't even know how to play yourself.
Yeah,
You
100%.
know what I mean? So that you look, you didn't ruffle the feather right here. Don't get me started on that. You know
Yeah,
what I
and a lot
mean?
of
Like,
and a lot of the parents too, though. A lot of the parents, like they don't really know what it takes, but it's like, yo, listen, I know what it takes.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've been
Mm-hmm.
there. I've been in those positions. I've been in those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you from experience what I didn't do
Mm-hmm.
that could help so and so
Mm-hmm.
get to the next level, or catapult him to be the best he could be.
Yeah.
And that goes for a dude. That's universal.
No, that is universal. You exactly right. Like, what? That's like if I'm gonna use this example. If
Before
I'm
you
trying.
go, I think me and you would talk about this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Nick Saban is like a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Why
all
is
the
that
that
though? Why is that?
I
You
think
gotta elaborate on that.
100%. I think Nick Saban is a very smart coach
Mm-hmm.
because he puts the people around him that are the best
Okay.
at what they do. right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the best because of that. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Okay. So
Total
it's like
sense.
it was a game in March Madness, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the head coaches, they're drawing up a play to win a game, and he referred to his assistant coach for the play,
Mm-hmm.
and they won a game.
Mm.
That coach is smart.
Yeah.
You
And
get what I'm
trust.
saying?
He don't got no pride.
He don't get
That pride and ego out the way. He trying to win.
he's smart.
And that makes sense. And I'm glad you say that, because if I'm around a bunch of the best,
yeah.
guess what that's gonna make me want to be? The best.
But
So when I
everybody has a
see-
role to play.
Everybody got a role to play.
Yeah.
But if I see him, let's say, so I coach basketball. Let's say he the big man coach, the wing and the forwards coach.
Mm-hmm.
He the forwards and the centers coach. I'm the guards coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If I see him every day, the forwards getting to it. I mean, they getting it in every day, drenched, working hard, times 10. What you think I'm gonna want to do with the guards every day?
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Yeah.
If I see this coach studying every night after game, after film, he watching film, he late night, he texting us, calling us late night, talking about the game, sending us clips that he see things we could have did better. What you think that's gonna make me in turn? What do you think that's gonna make me want to do?
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
You got to.
You know what I mean? Turn it up. That's why they say birds of a feather flock together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. But I know we've been talking a lot about football and college and PH and tech, but one last thing before we go into these different topics and things, man. How was it winning track ACC championships at Tech, bro? Like, you run some track ACC championships at Virginia Tech, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got to touch on that experience.
Man, that was phenomenal. Phenomenal experience. It's a blessing.
For sure.
Shout out to all my teammates, the coaches. Man, that I remember that for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
And at Tech, it's like we do that every year, indoor and outdoor. Like it's known. Like we're nice.
Yeah, y'all gonna win it. Y'all,
we are nice. Like
they'll
all
be over
around the
there
board.
boosting now. Look, they'll be boosting now.
I'm not boosting. You can look it up. You know, like it. You
Facts.
Yeah, like
it is 2023. You can look up whatever you need to see.
Whatever you need to see. You know. But nah, man, it was great. It was nice. Coming home with some hardware.
Mhm.
You know, getting the rings, like championship rings though. Not like,
Mhm.
Yeah, championship rings.
Real
like,
championship rings.
Yeah.
Was it difficult for you switching over from football, like playing football in college and then switching over to playing track in college? Or was it just like...
So for me, it was a little bit, because I had a problem gaining weight in college.
I got a problem with that now.
Yeah,
but...
I had a problem gaining weight in college. So it was kind of counterproductive. You know, I would lift because football was paying the bills, right?
Yeah.
Like I got a scholarship for football.
Yeah.
So I would have to go to football, lift, and then go to track practice. Right. So it's like I'm trying to beef up, but I'm running it all off. You know, so it was kind of counterproductive. But yeah, it was dope.
It was dope. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So what you only played what, 1 year, 2 years of football at Tech, right?
Two.
Yeah, because you also, but hold on, let's back it up before we switch up. You also got a ring with the football team, right?
We won the
what bowl was it? Or bowl? Y'all won a bowl, right?
No, we lost to UCLA.
The Sun Bowl.
That's when we lost. We lost to UCLA. Brett Hundley went crazy.
I thought y'all won that one.
No.
All right. So before we go into these topics and things, man, how many pros did you play with at Tech? How many pros now did you play with at Tech?
Man, I honestly can't even count.
Can't even count.
Yeah. Like Tech puts them out. You know, they do say Tech is DBU. But we had a lot of people from the offensive side as well. You know, shout out to all my guys in the league right now doing their thing. Face, Kendall, Chuck, Maine, Rail. Shout out to Yash.
Maine just got paid.
Yeah, shout out to Maine, man. Well deserved.
Shout out to Maine. Well deserved.
Well deserved. And I love that whole family, man. Very humble people,
love
man.
The whole
good
family.
People.
Real solid people.
Yeah.
They ain't never changed. They never switched up. Never act Hollywood. Never got too big. None of that. Real down to earth, solid people. You don't meet too many people like them, man. They real solid brothers, man. Shout out to the Edmonds brothers, the family, yo. Love y'all for real. And it's crazy growing up because I remember Maine and Real when they were young. They were playing on the younger AAU team than me, the Warriors, bro.
Yeah.
I remember young Real and young Maine.
Yeah.
But you know what's wild is they always been big.
They always been big, but they always played up.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm older than Trey.
Oh, I know. Trey played on the with Ermy and then that's who I played with my first year at AAU.
Yeah,
Trey
like
and all of that.
I'm older than Trey. I'm older than Trey, but Trey was a grade ahead of me. But like,
and when Trey first came down here, he was getting on that rim,
terrorizing,
crazy. He was in like 7th, 8th grade. That was the first middle schooler I seen really punching.
Yeah,
like punching.
Yep. My guys,
like different, like an athlete. You know what I mean? Like daddy, real cool. Mom, real good. The whole family. Like I can't say enough good things about that family, man. Real good people. Like real solid, good people, man.
Great.
It's crazy how it all come full circle too. How like I grew up with them playing AAU basketball and all that. Then you go to Tech and play football with them. We grew up together at PA. You know what I mean? Like Addison, all that. Like it's crazy how everything come full circle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But we're gonna get past the high school and college days, man. Now, David, you're doing real good for yourself, man. We don't want to spend too much time on it though. But can you just tell the folks about what you got going on now and what you're doing, man?
Yeah, man. I'm out in Los Angeles. Got a commercial cleaning company, Royalty Commercial Cleaning. So we service the entire west side of Los Angeles. We just expanded out to the IE, so the Inland Empire. We're out there. Yeah, that's it, man.
That's big time, man. A commercial cleaning company, man. That's huge. That's huge. Could you ever seen yourself starting your own commercial cleaning company business back when you was at Tech or at PH or any of that? Could you have seen yourself doing what you're doing now back then?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I knew I was going to do something.
Yeah.
And I didn't know when. I didn't know, anything. I just knew I'm going to do something. But right time, right place creates opportunity.
You're right.
Right? So
you're right.
You gotta be ready, you know?
And if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I try to explain to him. Because one thing my college coach taught me, and I'll never forget it, shout out to Coach Sherrill, Mark Sherrill. He said, look, opportunities don't come too often.
Yeah.
So when they do come, you got to be ready. That's why you got to stay ready, so you don't got to get ready. Because you don't want to forfeit them.
Yeah.
Ever since it's something that simple.
Yeah.
He told me that, I'll never forget it. So now I always make sure I'm ready, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm coaching, playing, whatever I'm doing, no matter what, podcasting, I want to make sure
you're ready.
I'm ready.
Gotta be
ready. And you got to work every day, though.
Yeah.
But another thing that he told me, I could say a million things that my coaches taught me in college, man. I love my coaches from college. They made me a man, made me who I am today. But he used to say the things that you hate to do are the things that make you better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The
100%.
things that you hate to do, the things that you hate to do the most are the things that makes you better. You know what I mean? So shout out to Coach Sherrill for that, man, for just, being who he is and molding me into who I am. But now enough about you, Prince, man. Enough about you. Let's get into the few different topics, man. Let's talk about this women's national college championship.
Yeah.
What did you think about it, man? How was it? Angel Reese getting all this backlash and things from her doing the "You Can't See Me" back to Caitlin Clark. Like, what is your opinion on that, and how do you feel about that whole situation?
Man, I think that it's sports, right? I think it's competitiveness, right? It's like it's how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in the city, it's like
facts.
That's how we grew up. You know,
we gonna talk. And if you know me, I'm gonna talk. I don't care how mad you get. You can be crying. I'm gonna talk more trash to you. I want you to cry.
Right. Exactly. Now look, that's how we looked at kids from the county, though.
Yeah.
And I mean, but it's not. I'm not trying to. I'm not. No. Stop.
I already know. I'm boosted a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're right, though.
But you get what I'm saying, right? It's like, let's say Angela Reese is a city kid and
Caitlin Clark is
a county kid, right?
That's
really how we looked at
it,
right?
It's
like we knew a couple people that went there and it's like they cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we looked at it. And there's nothing wrong with it because guess what? She did it too. And I think it got overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Hers went overlooked. Angela Reese shot amazing game, man. Both of them are phenomenal athletes. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I've
that Caitlin is different.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be
cold.
complete. She's
cold.
I could watch her play every game.
Bro, she came down and like I'm thinking she about to hit a move or something. Like it just looks so like
it's
you know, it's like okay, she come down like all right, she about to cross over, pull up.
deep.
What?
She coming off the screen, off handoffs,
Crazy.
Deep. I'm talking about almost at half court.
She came off the same handoff twice.
Yeah.
The same handoff twice and pulled. I really thought she was rolling to the basket. Turned around, came back.
And I'm gonna be real. When you that type of player and you get those type of buckets, like she having 40-point games night in, night out. Like, what do you expect her not to talk trash? Like, I'm just sorry. Like when you get in them moments where you hot and you feeling it and you just getting back-to-back buckets and things like that, especially at that stage. Oh, I'm talking trash.
Yeah, but
you gonna feel me?
I think a lot of the people that are criticizing it never play sports, so they don't understand. These people just watch sports and love sports, but they never played, so they never been in that situation where they getting off. You know what I'm saying? And you going back and forth with somebody, right? It's like a battle. It's a duel. They were going back and forth, bro. And if you look at it, they did it like the year before that too.
Yeah.
Right. So people just look at one game, one gesture, and try to like judge somebody off of it when that's not you know you don't know
the hype from the tournament, the hype from the game, the whole women's tournament this year has been better than it's ever been since I've been alive. You know what I mean? Like this year's tournament, I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed the men.
100%. I'm tuned in.
I'm definitely tuned in.
And shout out to my Hokies though. We did really good.
Oh yeah,
we had a good year.
Great job.
We got a 1 seed in the tournament. Went all the way to the Final Four.
Great job. Shout out to the coach, man.
Shout out to Coach Brooks, man.
I like Coach Brooks. I met Coach Brooks probably about 2 or 3, not like a brief meeting I was working Twin Hoops camp at Fleming.
Mm-hmm.
He came, I think Raymond and Damon know him.
Okay.
He came down and spoke to the campers during lunch. And just a brief interaction, like what's going on, Coach, nice to meet you or whatever. But real cool, real solid dude. Seemed like real solid dude, real cool. The message he gave to the campers was great, man. Like he had 2 or 3 players with him. I think his daughter was one of them. They talked to some of the players. Like the message they gave was just great, man. Just real good dude. Like he seemed real genuine. Seemed like a real great guy, man. So I was happy to see him make it. You know what I mean? Make it down there and get the chance.
They went crazy, man. And we about to run it back. And we got everybody back. So
yeah, they're gonna definitely make some noise. But what's wild going back to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, what's wild is I've been both of them. You know what I mean? Like I've been that guy
on both sides.
I've been that guy that I'm doing that, talking trash, and then it not gonna say backfires, but I just lose because that's sports.
Say nothing.
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
But but you understand playing sports that's sports, and
that's
you can't
sports.
say nothing.
I can't say nothing. She got me. I gotta suck it up, even though I'm mad as I don't know. You know what I mean? But I gotta take it because I dished it. You know what I mean? So just like I teach my kids, like my players, my kids, everybody, you gotta be able to whatever you dish out, you gotta be able to take.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and that's why I commend Caitlin, because she took it.
She took it.
Angel was following her, doing all that. And I don't blame Angel for doing that, because like you say, we competitors. We from the city. That's what we do.
If you win a national championship in anything, bro,
I'm talking.
Okay. Okay.
Look, I'm talking.
All right, cool.
I'm talking when I'm winning district championship. So I can only imagine national.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next topic. I gotta talk about you. You a football guy on here, man. I gotta talk about my Dolphins. So let's get into the NFL a little bit here, man.
Yeah.
What you think about my Dolphins this year? How we gonna be? I want to hear. I want to hear.
You couldn't wait to ask this question.
I couldn't wait.
This probably the first thing you bring up when you see people nowadays.
You know it.
You just walk up to somebody like, "What you think about my Dolphins?"
Hey, we're gonna be serious. I already got 3 games I'm going to, so I want to hear your prediction. What's gonna be our record next year?
I'm not predicting that. No, I'm not predicting that because it's. I mean, I'm not predicting that.
Why not?
You don't know if everybody gonna stay healthy.
Oh my God! Just hypothetically speaking, what's gonna be our record?
I say
11-5.
12. No, I say 12-4.
12-4. I like it. 12-4, 11-5. We around
I'll give you 12-4 because you got if you don't go 11-5, that's
something wrong.
Something is wrong.
We got Tua. We got Mike White. He a little backup,
all right, but let's not talk. All right,
yeah, we ain't
Tua.
Gonna
all right, but let's not.
No, Tua. If Tua can stay healthy, he can get us there.
I think Tua's nice, man. I think he's nice, but he ain't who you should have got.
But that's who we should have got. Who I've been saying since last year, Lamar Jackson. That's bringing me into my next topic.
Mm-hmm.
But before I ask you the question, I want to say I don't know why we didn't go get Lamar Jackson. Like, I love Tua. Don't get me wrong. He's a great guy. He's a great
guy. Like you.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's professional. He comes to work. He does what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he's too injury prone.
Yeah.
Like he's if you touch him, he's hurt.
Sir.
So you can't. I'm sorry. It's no way I pass on Lamar Jackson and taking a risk on Tua. But who knows? At the end of this year, I might be saying that was the greatest move ever because we're gonna be holding the Lombardi up. But
see, now you wilding.
but I'm gonna bring it into Lamar though, man. What you think about the Lamar situation? Like, why is the NFL doing him like that? Because me personally, I feel like they doing him wrong, like totally wrong, bro.
100%,
like
bro.
totally.
I mean, what else does the man need to show you to get his money? You pay everybody. I mean, everybody else. The moment that I saw Daniel Jones get that money from the Giants, I was like, all right,
come on, man.
Lamar got it. Like they gotta pay him, and also like, man. Even
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That man ain't played in a year.
That was wild.
I'm not even talking about his other stuff he got going on. I'm talking about on the field. Guaranteed. That man ain't play. That man got all that guaranteed money and ain't played in a year. None of that. That's crazy, wild. Man. Y'all talking about y'all don't want to pay Lamar, man? Come on, man.
Yeah, and honestly, like I'm not just looking at the other teams in the NFL. I'm looking at the Ravens. Like,
what are y'all doing?
Y'all look crazy right now. I mean, but honestly, they probably like, let's rebuild. They're probably in rebuild mode, bro.
Yeah, like, you start with your quarterback. You got a good one.
I saw something where they talking about getting the kid from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
See, they love. That's because they don't want to pay him. That's all I'm about to say. That's because they gonna use him for 3-4 years, his rookie contract, and then get him out of there, just like they do everybody. They don't want to pay no quarterback. They pay defensive players.
Yeah,
but they ain't even really been paying their defensive players. That's what I'm saying. It's not even
defensive players and Joe Flacco.
Yeah. It's not even like they got a bunch of stars over there. So I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on. Y'all don't even have a bunch of stars over there. It's not a bunch of star power over there. Don't get me wrong. It's good players, great players. I mean, it's the NFL, so it's the best. But it's not a lot of star players over there, NFL wise. Like, I'm just being real.
Nah, they let go a lot of people. They messed up getting rid of my boy Chuck. Chuck and the Jets about to go crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Face back with the Raiders about to go
up. That is crazy. I'm mad he with the Jets, though. He with our division rival. I don't like that. He should have came to Miami. But you got to go where the money take you.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
I definitely get it, man. I get it. But
follow the yellow brick road.
But before we get out of here, man, I got one last question. So, being from Virginia, growing up in Roanoke, being here, man, how is it now living over there on the West Coast? You know, you grew up on the East Coast, got family up and down it. Now you over there on the West Coast living that life. How is it over there living in Los Angeles, man?
Man, it's fast, man. You know, it's 5:40 to the death of me, but you know, I've been on the West Coast for 5 years now. I'm loving it. You know, me, my wife, we doing good, man. We loving it out there. It's very fast though. You know, I appreciate and love Roanoke. You know, like it really made me who I am.
Yeah, it's slow though.
Yeah, I mean it's slow, but like it really made me who I am. And I will add that to the PH experience. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
A lot of that in tech, you know, a lot of the moves that I made throughout my life have like prepared me for where I'm at right now. But yeah, man, it's fast and I love it. You know, you got to be a hustler though. You know, you got to go and get it. Like you're not going just like
you in LA, you got to go and get it.
Yeah,
you have to go and get it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love it out there though, man. The West Side is up. The West Side is up. I'm still waiting for y'all to come out, man.
Oh yeah, we coming soon, man. You know, I just been tied up doing with all this.
Yeah.
Just doing so much, man. I've been doing so much, like especially 2023. Like I'm really proud of myself, man. Like I just been so locked in and so focused, bro. Like I lose track of time. You know what I mean? I lose track of schedule. Like I just been so locked in.
That's how you gotta be, man.
And so focused that I'm not even thinking about the outcome.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be, man.
I'm just going through the process. Whatever the outcome is, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. The West Coast is up though, bro. And it's a whole different type of exposure though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different way of living.
That's all I'm about to say. Different way of living. They probably talk different, walk different, think different, eat different.
They talk proper as I don't know what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like proper. You know, the food is like you said, it's just a whole different life, you know.
Whole different culture.
But it's dope though, you know. I got to get my nephews out there every
Yeah,
summer. You
they
know?
coming soon.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I'm gonna take them to the camps, get them right.
They coming soon,
you know,
for sure.
So, but yeah,
For
man,
sure.
the West Coast has been good to me.
That's a good deal, man. Well, DP, I appreciate you coming down here to the collective, kicking it with me on Through the Hoop podcast, man. It was a great conversation. You know, you like a brother to me, man. I appreciate you. And to my subscribers, to my viewers, I'll catch you next time on Through the Hoop podcast. We out of here.
Yo, appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
Trying to give our people hope. It's so hard when you born in poverty and plus you broke. Either swing or you fold when you're back against the ropes. Hide so much pain inside, I try to let it go. I don't think they even know. Trying to give our people hope. It's so hard when you born in poverty.